All right, in this video, we are going to find out if someone with zero handyman skills and tech know-how can get a Starlink system up and running in Western North Carolina and how well it performs. I live in the middle of nowhere, rural Western North Carolina. There are mountains around. There is zero internet service here except for crappy satellite internet, and I am really hoping that Starlink is going to be an improvement because it was definitely a little bit of an upfront cost, but if I can get it set up and running and it performs a lot better than the satellite internet I currently have, then I'm going to be saving $60 every month just on the internet service alone. So over time, the upfront cost will pay for itself. I had to pay $99 as a deposit back in February or March, and I paid my remaining $490 when they shipped everything to me. I have since gotten in the Starlink kit. Let's see if I can get it going. But first, I want to run a test to see how fast my current satellite internet is. I use Viasat here in Western North Carolina. So let's see how crappy that is first. That way we'll have a comparison whenever I can get the Starlink going, hopefully. All right, so a speed test internet search on Google brought this up. Let's see what happens, and then we'll compare it afterwards whenever I get Starlink going. Wow, I really don't know much about tech, but something tells me that this is pretty shitty. So I pay $160 a month right now for the privilege of having slow internet like this. Let's see if I can get the Starlink going, and we'll test it again once it's up and running. All right, I am gonna assume that this is not your first Starlink video and that you've seen probably several unboxings by this point. So I won't spend a whole lot of time going over what's in the box. So instructions, which make it seem fairly simple. I hope that is really the case because y'all, I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to this, but we'll see if I can figure out what I'm supposed to do here. All right, there is everything. Let's see if I can figure this out. All right, I'm outside now. Dog is running around like crazy. But I just wanted to show you guys the situation that I have at my house. So I'm in Western North Carolina, and the problem with my house is I am surrounded by trees everywhere, and I'm kind of down in a hole when it comes to where my house is. The road is up above behind my house, and there's trees on the driveway side of my house and trees on the other side of my house. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to put my satellite dish up there on top where my current internet satellite dish is, and I was hoping that I was gonna be able to use the line that they already have and the hardware, the mounting hardware that's up there with the Starlink satellite, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that because the cord for the Starlink satellite is already connected to the dish and you can't just disconnect it. So I don't think I'm going to be able to reuse anything. So that means, am I going to be able to figure out how to do this and also get the line ran into the house somehow? Maybe I can use the hole they've already drilled. I'm not sure it's going to be big enough, but yeah, this may be a challenge for me here. All right, I'm up on my roof now, and while the view is kind of nice up here, y'all can see that I am surrounded by trees, really. All right. Success, kind of. I got the old satellite off. So from the way the Starlink looks, I think I can just set it in there and it should be fine. But the trouble is going to be getting the cord into the house. So I don't know if I have any solutions for that or not. All right, I am back on the roof with the Starlink, and here's the thing. The Starlink fits in here, so I'm happy about that. It fits in here, right? But I have a feeling it's probably not good for it to be hanging on the wire like that, and also wind. So if I'm going to use this, then I have to figure out some kind of way to secure this so that if it gets crazy windy, it's not just gonna pick the thing up and fling it off my roof, right? So I'm thinking I may have to order the mounting kit from Starlink, and I'll switch it out whenever it arrives unless I can think of something. All right, people, I have to warn you before I show you this. This is likely going to be the most ghetto redneck thing you have seen on YouTube today. Safe to say that if you're still watching the video after this, then it's only because you are now invested in the train wreck that is my life. But I am gonna have to order the mounting kit, but until it gets here, I think that I have at least got it stable enough that it's no longer resting on the cord as it's in the old mounting unit, and I think it's safe enough that wind is not gonna blow it away until I can get the Starlink mounting kit. So I think it's okay for the time being. Now to see if I can get the cord run into the house somehow. At least I have the satellite up for now. And here is the saddest thing you'll see on YouTube today. What I have done is I have very tightly wedged in an old towel inside here so that it's no longer pressed up against the cord of the Starlink whenever I set it down in this old hardware that the Viasat internet was on. And I had this old cord in my garage, so I have very tightly, several times, wrapped it around the satellite, around the cord, and around the base of the old mounting hardware here. So, I mean, if it does get a little bit windy, it's not gonna go anywhere, but still, obviously this is not okay for long term, and I'm just gonna have to order the mounting kit from Starlink and see if I can get that set up here somehow. And now here is my problem that I cannot fix on my own. This is the size hole I have to work with, and I have to get this to go in there along with this chunk in the wire. Why you gotta do me like that, Elon? So yeah, this is not going to go in there without drilling this hole larger, and I don't have a drill to do that, of course. All right, everyone, since I could not get the cord through the wall of my house, I just ran it inside the door and hooked everything up just so we can test this and see how it compared with my old satellite internet, which was Viasat internet. So I'm hooked up to it right now. Apparently everything seems to be working. This was the Viasat internet speed, so let's test it and see what Starlink can do in comparison. Holy shit. Okay. Well, I have only watched a couple of other Starlink videos, and I was not expecting that big of a difference. All right, so my old download speed on Viasat was 7.11. So yeah, my download speed with Starlink is a hell of a lot better. 118.1. My upload speed with Starlink was 2.4. So yeah, 6.83 upload with Starlink. That's way better. I mean, that's at least double, almost triple. It even tells you your internet connection is very fast. That's nice. Before it said your internet speed is fine. I don't know about that, Google. It was not fine if you're trying to maintain a YouTube channel. And the fine print before said your internet connection should be able to handle streaming an HD video. If multiple devices are streaming video at the same time, you may run into some slowdowns. Yeah, I couldn't even watch YouTube from home, you guys, without everything either buffering or the picture quality getting severely downgraded, which really kind of sucks, right? And this, it says your internet connection should be able to handle multiple devices streaming HD videos, video conferencing, and gaming at the same time. I have never been able to do online gaming because I didn't have the internet power to do it. So maybe I can now, I don't know. I'm really encouraged by this. But yeah, next thing I'm gonna do is order the mounting kit from Starlink, and I'll see if I can finish getting it secured like it ought to be on top of my roof instead of the very ghetto way it is hooked up right now. All right, folks, the cord is in the house, and I must say that I think I did a pretty good job of attaching it to the wall myself as I was hanging halfway off of my roof, getting this job done myself. It doesn't look too bad, but I didn't have anything to secure it to this kind of stucco wall thing. Story time as to how the cord got into the house. I actually fell as I was getting off of the roof one time as I was setting up the satellite, and I twisted my ankle and I scraped myself up just a little bit, but I'm fine now. It was just a little bit of a sprained ankle, but yeah, I didn't slide off of my roof like I should have. I thought I would be cute and try to hop down. Well, landed wrong, twisted my ankle. There you have it. Anyway, the reason for telling you that is that I went to Lowe's to get a drill and a drill bit and try and get this cord in the house myself, right? But I'm limping around Lowe's, and one of the guys that works there came over and was like, hey, can I help you? I told him what I was needing to do and what I had done already, and he was just like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that you climbed up on your own roof and put up your own satellite dish, took an old satellite dish down, you fell getting off of the roof, and now you want to buy a drill and a drill bit and get this cord into your house? And I was like, yeah, you know, what do I need to get? And I guess he just took pity on me for doing all this work myself, but he was like, you know, if you want to buy a drill just for home use, I can point you out a good one, but you really ought to have a hammer drill for getting through cinder block walls, and those are more expensive. And he said that he already had a hammer drill, and he offered to come and drill the wall for me, put the cord through, and do the caulking for me, as long as I would pay for the caulking and the drill bit. So that's what I did. He came and did that for me today. Really nice of him to offer, and really it saved me some money too. I did pay him for his efforts to come out more than just replacing the cost of the drill bit and everything, but he came out and did that for me today. So I got the cord running the house, and now my internet is working, y'all. I'm actually pretty darn proud of myself for doing most of this myself, and really I could have done the wall too, so, you know, I'm feeling like a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. But low-key, it kind of would be nice to have a man around to do things like this for me. Hashtag forever alone. But yeah, I'm just really proud of myself that I was able to get the satellite dish up there by myself, take the old one down, set up Starlink. The tech part of this was extremely easy, guys. If you're worried about getting Starlink up and running, it was so easy. Everything was already hooked together in the box the way that it needed to be. You really could not screw that part of it up. And as soon as I opened up the app, it really just took care of itself. This was overall a good choice for me. I am really enjoying the new internet. It is way faster than my old satellite internet. So if you're in Western North Carolina like me, I'd recommend it. I know that it was a decent cost up front to get everything in, but going forward, $99 a month I feel is fair, especially for the faster service I'm getting. And to follow up about the satellite situation, how I have it rigged up there right now, that is going to be temporary too, because I know that I can get mounting hardware off of Starlink, right? I went online to order it, and I found out that they actually have some pipe adapters that you can buy. So that's exactly what I need. I don't have to set up completely new mounting hardware. All I've got to do is get that pipe adapter in and put it on top of the old hardware from the Viasat internet that I had. And it looks really easy and straightforward to do. So when that comes in, I'll get up on the roof one more time, get Dishy McFlatface appropriately anchored on a sturdy setup, and that will be done. Overall, guys, really happy with the Starlink, and I'm hoping that that means that it will help me with my YouTube channel as well. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, hope you enjoyed. This was by no means a professional setup of Starlink, but hey, this ought to show you that anybody can do it. And if you're gonna do it yourself, just be careful.